Hello friends, and thank you for subscribing and wanting to know more information. Alright, so this is my review after 3 weeks at Twin Oaks. I was there from February 28th to March 20th. It was a fun experience. I'm going to start off saying that they did not accept me back, but I'll go into more of that in this review. Alright, so when I first got there, it was really nice. There was somebody at the cabin. I did share a rustic cabin with 9 other people for 3 weeks. There was 1 bathroom. But you know what? My group was great. I couldn't imagine being there by yourself. Like some of the groups, there's only 1 to 2 people in the group. But I had like 9 really cool people. So you make instant friends, and then the community isn't so overwhelming. There were about 70 people in the community when I was there. So yeah. So right off the bat, you have to learn everybody's pronoun. So you have to learn 79 people's pronouns immediately. And you have to say your pronoun at least 70 times in the first 24 hours. So that's annoying. I wish we could just get away from pronouns in general, and then it wouldn't be an issue. So if you're pronoun happy and you like poly, then this is a community for you. They're very open about that, which I'm fine with poly, but it does cause some drama, and there was drama when I was there for those 3 weeks. So yeah, so there's that. So the cabin was cute. I did have to share a bedroom. Some people had their bedroom to themselves, but it wasn't bad. Okay, so that's the shelter. Food was great. I mean, it was so good. Like, you get cooked for by people that enjoy cooking, so they're good at it. At first I was like, oh my god, like, there's so many options, but it did become repetitive after 3 weeks, and I'm sure like long term it would really get repetitive. But it was really nice having 2 meals a day. So you're responsible for breakfast. It was really nice being cooked for. I'm a Taurus, so I love being cooked for. Jobs. So you had to work 42 hours a week. And then you kept track of that on this like stipend report. The first 2 weeks, you get all your work given to you. And then the 3rd week, you have to come up. Like, you have to chase people down and get work. And not everybody was willing to work with you. Like, there's managers of different departments, and you had to get with that manager, see if they're willing to give you work. And a lot of times, like, a lot of people were struggling trying to find work because the managers wouldn't work with them. I understand this. I mean, imagine they have a group go through every single month for 3 weeks. So they only get 1 week where they're not having new people constantly. So the questions and not being able to, like, live freely, openly, always having strangers there in your home, basically. I mean, I can see where it gets, like, overwhelming. And if I was to build my own community, I think I would have it separated. So, you're responsible for finding your own work, 42 hours a week. Part of it has to be in, like, the tofu hut or, like, money-making operations. Yeah. So the stipend, so when I went for my tour, they told me 80. Then when I was there, they said 75 a month. Then after the coronavirus, it probably is going to be even lower. So expect not to make any money. Lodging. So the coronavirus hit basically, I think, in my ending of my 2nd week, maybe. So like the 3rd week, they were like, tightening down really hard. So I didn't get to see inside all the buildings because you weren't allowed in they're called SLGs, small living groups or something like that. So the ones I did see were in their courtyard section, which is where the area that I wanted to live. They were like the original buildings. They were made with no money, no insulation, hot as Hades, and I wasn't even there in the summer. Wasp out the wazoo. So many wasps. So if you're allergic to wasp, I'm allergic and I was scared, and it was only mid-March. Yeah, so the building, and they had mold, and yeah. Some of the newer buildings are better, but still, like, you know, no AC, only heated with stove, you know. So, very basic. You do get your own room, though. But the older buildings, like, you can literally hear everything from everybody. So, living with people constantly. One of the cool things they did, which really wasn't in the best interest for Twin Oaks because the other communities were better, you went on a tour. So there's about, I don't know, like 6, I'm going to do a separate video on this, but there's like 6 communities in Louisa. So you went and toured all the different communities. So you got to see a different approach and things like that. So that was a lot of information and something that I valued while I was there. They have a lot of land. So there's so much potential. There is literally so much potential at this community. It's just the elders of the community, I don't know. Like, they're so scared. They're scared of everything. I mean, you saw, like, they're scared of the coronavirus. I mean, gosh, they're making their wills out, and they're terrified of the coronavirus. They're terrified of change. Like, so 3 of us didn't get accepted. Out of 9, 3 of us didn't get accepted. And we were good candidates. We went in, though, with our own, you know, just passion. We went in with passion. But they want sheep. They want people to follow what is already established. They don't want anyone to want it. They want it better. But, like, okay, so I was more adamant about being self-sustainable. They're not self-sustainable at all. None of their buildings are really set up. They buy majority of their food. So, yeah, like, and the organization wasn't great. So, I was vocal. So that was why I wasn't allowed back. And then 2 guys that I really admire that have tons of worth weren't asked back either. I mean, and I think a lot of the older guys are actually threatened by them because they're young men in their 30s, you know, like, anyways, that's just my opinion. But, yeah, so there's a lot of potential there if you really want to work at it. If you really like that community and you really want to put in all the passion, which the people there that had passion, that was draining. The passion was draining from their bodies. Then I say go for it. But there's like a bajillion communities everywhere, so find which one speaks to you and which one's the best that's going to fit you. Let's see, I'm thinking if there's anything else. My first video, I talked about the car situation a little bit. So it is 33, so you have to pay 33 cents on the mile to use the car. So that gets expensive. People don't really leave that much. So there's that. But you do have that access. There's a lot of rules when it comes to assets and things like that. You can come in with an asset, but you like basically give it over to them and they hold it for you, and then when you leave you can take it with you. If you have an investment, you can't be making interest. Like say you have like stock market or something, whatever interest you make is the property of Twin Oaks. You can't make interest on your money while living there. You can have an asset, but you can't make interest. The interest belongs to Twin Oaks. I think that's all that I have for you. And the experience overall was good. It was my first community experience. You know, even though they didn't accept me back, like I learned a lot, and I mean, it's just a start. I believe communities are the way of the future. I believe self-sustainable communities are the way of the future. But yeah, if you have any other questions or anything, comment and I will answer them. And you can look for my next video is going to be about the other 6 communities in the area. That there was one that was very good, but they're not accepting that many people. So if you can get in and you want to stay in the area, I highly recommend that one. I'll let you know. Check out my next video. All right, thanks. Bye.